everyone, this is Anita and welcome back to my channel. Inktober is officially over, or rather it ends tonight. But I'm stoked. This is my first year participating in Inktober and I managed to finish right on time. I am so excited. It was a lot of fun. I've learned a lot about inks and I've learned a lot about myself. Anyway, well, let me show you what I did. If you watch some of my other videos, you've seen some of these pictures. I did try posting every day, making videos every day, but unfortunately, time-wise, it turned out to be a little too much. So here we go. Day number 1 was poisonous, and the inspiration for that was poisonous thoughts. As someone who suffers from depression, I have a lot of those and more, so I thought it was appropriate. What I didn't like was when I did day number 2, somehow, I don't know if I didn't let it dry enough, or when I did number 3 on the other side, some of the moisture seeped through, but it gave it kind of a dirty, dingy look. It wasn't there originally. Anyway, so day number 1. Day number 2 is tranquil. It was inspired by our trip to Air and Space Museum in Chantilly, Virginia. It was a lot of fun. That was actually hanging up on the ceiling in the museum. So I thought, how appropriate. Number 3, roasted. That again, it was supposed to be more lighthearted. You know, roasted is like celebrities, making fun of celebrities in a good-natured kind of fashion. But as I was painting it, kind of turned a little darker than I planned. Still, I like how it turned out. Anyway, number 4, spell. Not very original, but I like the end result. I love it. I love how the book turned out. And the smoke coming out of the book. Spell gone wrong. Number 5, chicken. This one is completely off the wall. I was trying to think outside the box, and my mind jumped from, the typical chicken isn't coward, or actual chicken, the bird, to mother hen, to mother with children. Originally, I was going to more children, but time-wise, again, I had to kind of cut it short. Number 6, drooling. One of my favorites, actually. I'm not very good at drawing dragons, so this one actually looks pretty decent for my skill level. So I'm happy with this one. Number 7 was exhausted. I was exhausted. I didn't think of anything original, so I just went online, found the reference picture, and painted it. It's still pretty cute, I think. Number 8. Again, trying to avoid the stereotypical stars or celebrities as stars or something like that, I decided to go with the Death Star. In case you don't know what it is, it's from Star Wars. And since Star Wars has been kind of big in the news lately, this is what it wound up being. Anyway, number 9, precious time. Again, I was struggling with what to come up with, so precious time was what I finally settled on. Flowing, number 10. This one, everything just went wrong right off the bat. I did the inking, and then I forgot that the ink I used was not waterproof. So I wound up smudging the black all over her face. So I had to actually I ran out and got white ink trying to cover it up. And I also picked up a skin colored ink. Because for this, actually, I combined yellow and red. And this one was actually, now that I think about it, this one was first fully ink picture. No watercolor whatsoever. And from then on, all I did was just use inks for every picture. So flowing. I like the hair, but again, like I said, kind of big splotch of yellow right there. So this one was kind of a bit of a struggle to get it done. Number 11. I was stumped on this one. It took me forever to get it done. In fact, I've fallen behind because of it. I couldn't think of anything to draw. Everything I thought was kind of a gory and gross. And I think this was literally the mildest thing I could think of to paint. So anyway, once I got that out of the way, the rest went okay. We've got a whale, again, not very original, but the water kind of got messed up down here, but it's okay. I like it. Also, this is the one where I realized that my masking fluid is staining. It's pretty old, so I'm not surprised, but if I had known before, I wouldn't have used it. Anyway. Number 13, Guarded. This one actually originally was very boring. All I did was just the vault, the door, and then this looked kind of empty down here, so I threw the little mouse. And then my husband saw it, like, why don't you put cheese vault on it? So that's where it came from. That's one of my favorites in this whole challenge. Number 14, Clock. Again, very typical, nothing special. Number 15, Week. I don't like the way it turned out, actually. Kind of ugly. Oh well. Angular. Another one of my favorites. I like that, how it turned out. It's supposed to be kind of stylized poppies. Poppies have a special place in my heart. It's the, if I remember right, it's the national flower of Poland. Poland is where I'm from originally. So that was actually fun. A lot of fun to paint. 17, Swollen. That was actually, again, my husband's idea, because all I could think of, swollen lips, swollen foot, swollen toe. And with all the hurricanes we had in that particular time, he's like, well, why don't you do a swollen river? And so I looked up some references, and that's what I did. Swollen river. M18, Bottle. Again, not very original. I was trying for dunes, but well, it's okay. Could have been better. Okay, number 19. Scorched. I actually like this one because I only used black, which was, I think, the not counting the Volt. I think the Voltor, I added a little bit of color to the gray, like not very much, but I was trying to kind of change the metal depending on what it was. But in this one, it was all black, and I'm pleased with myself. I actually managed to kind of show the distance in the trees. Breakable. Kind of lost the shape a little bit of the heart in this one once I started breaking it apart, but I guess it turned out alright. 21, it's Drain. Again, I had a lot of ideas, went with the simplest one because, again, I was, I think, trying to catch up in this at this point. Plus, when I was looking up drains, I actually liked the way the water looked in this one, so that's what I went with. Expensive, again, not very original, but I've always wanted to do a kind of a study of a gem, so this turned out pretty well. Anyway, number 23, Muddy. I like this one. This is another one of my favorites. That's one of the things that I've noticed about myself. I tend to overthink things, because I knew I wanted to draw a child playing mud, and for some reason drawing the kid was intimidating. And when I finally, it's like, you know what, just sit down and do it. And I did it, and the sketch was done in a couple minutes. And then the inking, the only thing that I didn't like at first was it was all very muted. So I started adding a little bit of warm colors, like to the skin, where it's like she looks like she's a little bit flushed from playing in the mud, and then the yellow in the background. So it kind of warmed up and made it really stand out. So I'm pleased with how it turned out. Chop, not very original. Prickly Pear. Again, I considered doing a hedgehog, but unfortunately somebody beat me to it. So I just just do whatever. So Prickly Pear. Stretch. Again, humans or people, drawing people intimidates me no matter how many times I do it. Again, this one took me a while because I was overthinking drawing a person. So but in the end, I do like the way it turned out. Finally, thunder. Not quite thunder, obviously. It's hard to draw a sound. I've never tried drawing it. I actually considered doing like a sound wave to show thunder. I was again trying to catch up, but yeah. So lightning and thunder. So there it is. Gift. I considered just doing a box with a bow, but I wanted it a little more interesting, so I included a little kitty cat. Looks more like a fox a little bit, the colors, but hey, I'm still learning, so it's not too bad. 29 double. I like how it turned out. It will actually look better before I started painting 30 because I kept dropping my brush, so I wind up with yellow all over the fish. Instead of orange, I wind up with yellow. Oh well. And of course, Jolt. I've noticed that I actually enjoy playing with limited colors. Again, yellow and black. It's literally the only two colors I've used in this one. It's kind of fun to paint. And finally, the last one, 31st, Slice. I thought kind of, pumpkins, since it's Halloween, and we're transitioning now into the Thanksgiving season, so slice of pumpkin pie seemed like the perfect choice for this subject. Anyway, that's all for this year. I'm definitely planning on participating next year, though I think what I'm gonna do is create my own prompt list instead of following the official one. But again, it's still a year ahead, so who knows, a lot of things can happen. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.